Hi, Mr. Cairns here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to solve simultaneous linear equations. So let's get started off. If we have two equations, we've got 3x plus y equals 7, and then another one of 2x plus y equals 6. If you're ever given a question of simultaneous equations, you're asked to solve this, you're trying to find out what x is and you're trying to find out what y is. And the way to do this, you either want to try and add or subtract them both together to try and cancel out one of the terms. If you notice here, we've got 3x and 2x, y and y. So if you want to try and either add them together or cancel or subtract them, we want to try and cancel out the x's or the y's. You can see here, if I label this equation 1 and this equation 2, if I do equation 1, take away equation 2, then I'm going to get this. 3x take away 2x is going to leave me with x. Y take away y will be 0, so they cancel out. Equals, and then on the right hand side of my equal sign, I'm going to get 7 take away 6, which would be 1. So x equals 1. To now find it for y, what you want to do is substitute x to be 1 into one of these equations. So what we can do is let's do it for equation 2, where this is now going to be 2 times 1, so 2 plus y, let's write that again, 2 plus y equals 6. So then to find y, if we take 2 away from both sides, y is going to equal 4. These are going to be answers then. So x equals 1 and y equals 4 for this one. But there's quite a few different scenarios of simultaneous equations. Let's have another look. Let's say we have, let's do this one. X plus y equals 7. 2x subtract y equals 2. This time, if you can notice, you can see that this time we've got our positives, and this time we've also got a negative y. Okay, so you want to start trying to think if you can add or subtract them together, can you cancel them out? Well, if we've got y and negative y, that's effectively 1 take away 1, so it's 0, and they cancel out. So on the previous time we subtracted them from one another, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them together. So if I've got equation 1 and equation 2, let's add them both together. X plus 2x is going to be 3x. Y add negative y is going to be 0. 7 and 2 is 9. Final step, what we want to do now then, is just to get x on its own. This is 3 times x. We want to do the opposite of multiplying by 3, so we're going to divide by 3. So we're going to get x equals 3. Final step we also need to do is to find it for y. So if we substitute x is 3, let's do it into equation 1, this looks easier. That would be 3 plus y would have to be 4. And that's our final answer for that one. These are the easiest sort of simultaneous equations. So let's do some harder ones now. So this one, if we've got 3x plus 4y equals 20, and 2x plus y equals 10. You've got to notice now this time, with the two previous simultaneous equations we were dealing with, our coefficients of either the x or the y's were the same. This time we obviously notice that we've got 3 and a 2 and a 4 and a 1. We now need, for us to be able to cancel them out, we need to get our coefficients to be the same. Either of them, either both the x is the same or both the y is the same. So what you can do, you can either multiply equation 1 by a number and equation 2 by a number, or just equation 2 by a number and just equation 1 by a number. What I'm having a look at, if I wanted to make both the x coefficients the same, I could multiply this simultaneous equation by 2, where it's 6x, and this equation by 3, so to make this then 6x. But I can see something that's a little bit easier. If I can just multiply this equation by 4, this will give me 4y, and then I'll have both these coefficients the same. So that means I only have to do one lot of multiplication, not two. So let's label these. So I'm going to multiply equation 2 by 4. So I can say 2 times 4. So equation 2 times 4. 2x times 4 is going to be 8x. 4 times y is going to be plus 4y. 4 times 10 is going to be 40. What I can do now to make it a little bit easier, let's now write both of these next to each other. So here's equation 1. So that's still equation 2, this is still equation 1. 3x plus 4y equals 20. So to cancel out now our y coefficients, or our y terms, let's subtract one from the other. So let's do equation 2 subtract equation 1. So 8x subtract 3x is going to be 5x. 4y take away 4y is 0. 40 subtract 20 is going to be 20. Let's do the final stage now to find out what x is. 5, that's 5 times x. Let's now divide by 5. X equals 4. Last step, finding out what y is. Substitute x to be 4 into either of the equations. Let's do equation 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 plus y equals 10. So then y will be 2. Okay. Let's do one more of a trickier one. And I think we'll make that the last one I'm doing on this video. If we've got 2x plus 3y equals 9, and 5x plus 4y equals 19. Now if you can see, we obviously want to make both of our coefficients of either the x or either the y the same. And there's nothing easy that I can see that's obviously, we can't just multiply one of the equations to get the same coefficients. We're going to have to multiply them both. I think I'm going to make both the x and the coefficients the same. So you want to try and find a number that both 2 and 5 go into, or what you can always do is just multiply the other equation by whatever the coefficient of x is. So if this is 5x, we can multiply this equation by 5, and if this is 2x, we're going to multiply this equation by 2. So let's call this equation 1, this is equation 2. Let's start off then by multiplying equation 1 by 5. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 3y is plus 15y. 5 times 9, 45. Let's now multiply equation 2 by 2. So 5x, oh sorry, let's write 2 then. 2 times 5x is going to be 10x. 2 times 4y is going to be plus 8y. 2 times 19 is going to be 38. Let's now, you can also see we've got both our x coefficients the same, so let's now take one away from the other. Let's do equation 1 take away equation 2, so 10x take away 10x is 0, 15y take away 8y is going to be 7y, 45 take away 38 is 7, so we've got 7y equals 7, divide by 7 to both sides, we can get y to equal 1. Final step, let's now find out what x is. Substitute y into one of the equations. Let's do equation 1. So if y is 1, 3 times 1 is 3. Let's write this over here actually. So it means we can get 2x plus 3, because 3 times 1 is 3, equals 9. Take away 3 from both sides. We're left with 2x equals 6. Divide by 2, x equals 3. So answer there, answer there. If you have any questions about this, please obviously pop me a message on Teams and I'll help you out. See you later then, have a lovely weekend, you know. Bye bye.